Kia ora, Legionnaires. Rykon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and to our short survival series, where we are going to be revisiting a challenge from previous seasons. The Island Prison Start, a nasty challenge, where our survivors find themselves in a high security prison right before the Cataclysm. However, they are still in it now that the Cataclysm is kicking off. These survivors will need to figure out how to escape, and of course, this high security prison is located on a remote island to boot. So, not only do they need to escape the prison, but they will need to escape the island too. And so, I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to be a deadly challenge, and we are more than likely going to be looking at more than one survivor here. However, let's get attached to the first. Say hello to Cleveland Stringer, a 45-year-old undercover assassin convict. Quite the title. So I'm assuming he was an undercover assassin before, and you know what? That does actually kind of give us a trait here. You have a target to kill, search it, find it, and eliminate it, whatever it is now. Interesting, but we'll have to check our missions. But as we can see, Cleveland is not overly strong, dexterous, intelligent, or perceptive, yet he does have some skill. A 3 in melee and a 2 with piercing weapons. He also has a 2 in marksmanship. His crafting skills are non-existent, and as far as interaction goes, he has a 1 in athletics, 2 in mechanics, 2 in social, and 2 in vehicles. As for traits, Stringer here has hazel eyes, chin curtain facial hair, and grey medium length hair, along with a rose skin tone. Cleveland is deft, fleet-footed, with a good memory, a killer drive, a need for less sleep, and a substance tolerance. And as far as proficiencies go, he is a parkour expert. And here is where Cleveland's journey begins. I think in a tower, potentially, but there's 2 locked doors either side of us, which are, well, let's just hope that there are other ways out of this situation. We have a notification here, so much death around, why not add some more? He doesn't have any active missions, so he's not looking to actively kill anyone, but he's probably going to need to before he leaves this place. He has a combat knife on him and a Polaroid photo, which leads me to believe that he indeed does actually have a target here, and this photo might tell us something a little bit more. A poorly taken Polaroid photo of a young man wearing bell-bottoms and a fedora. It's pretty blurry. Okay, so we really cannot see much, but we have a freaking combat knife, so I would like to think that Cleveland here maybe is CIA and could have been planted in this prison here. I say CIA, probably more like Homeland Security or something like that, because of course the CIA isn't meant to operate on American soil. That would never happen, no. But regardless, Cleveland here has a knife, a combat knife, which is a fantastic weapon for us to have, considering he has piercing skill. Well, first of all, try and see if these doors open. They do. Is that the outside fence? Have we already escaped? We may have. Now, of course, there is like a random chance. Oh, unable to find an assigned mission target. Well, that's unfortunate. Now, where is your mark? Good question. Where is our mark? I don't know if that is actually active. Let's have a look at our map and see what we can see. We have a cabin off towards the coast here, a lakeside cabin. That would be nice to be able to reach, but of course there is a lot of water between here and there, and we're not just going to be swimming right away. That is a zombie cop though. Now, most of these bars, they are thick. It's going to take a long time for those bars to be broken through. So we may be kind of a little safe in this tower here. So this is a really surprisingly good starting position for us. We do have 3 books here that could be potentially useful for us. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else in this desk. Of course, it does seem like we can access the other towers that are around here, so all very good news. for Cleveland. I think for the moment, Outdoor Adventures is going to be the most useful book for us to be able to bring. We'll see if we can bring the Playboy along as well though. And so he's keeping that just in his striped pants for now. Of course, he does have the garter sheath, which is what the combat knife is in, and then the ankle wallet pouch as well. Useful, just hidden underneath of his clothing there. Right, 3 prisoner brutes. So yeah, prisons, they're a pretty gnarly place to be early in the Cataclysm, especially this one in particular. I'm thinking we may need to try and take apart this locker here. If we can get a basic pry tool, that would be fantastic for getting through these doors. Because right now, unfortunately, we can't get through them. And if we can get to the other towers, there's the possibility of us potentially finding a firearm, which would be great. Right now though, taking this thing apart, taking this locker apart, it's going to take quite a bit. We would also need piping. We're only going to get metal parts from that. I actually don't know if that's going to help us out all that much. I do wonder if we might be able to access towers by heading down here. Now, obviously this is dangerous, and yeah, the water is pretty dangerous as well. Over to our west here, we have a aggressive bull shark here, zombified bull shark, that is trying to haul itself up on shore to kill us. And that's a regular German Shepherd here. Oh, buddy, I am sorry. I think they're probably going to get through there before too long. Yeah, that shark is just stalking us at the moment. And of course, we can see brutes over there who are going to be able to easily just break down through this chain link fence and get towards us. We can break down this fence pretty easily. They're going to have a very hard time with this one here, those metal bars. So we should be safe to continue on down towards the south for now. That was a very, very loud sound, but you know, all is well. Now, is this going to open? Unfortunately, it is not. Well then, okay, so we kind of are a little stuck. I think we will have to go back. We could also potentially have a look around the corner there, just to see what's going on. But to do that, we'd kind of need to go into the water, so that ain't gonna happen. So we're just gonna make our way back up now, and we're gonna see we're gonna see what we can do up here. We could also check out the north side of the island. Not a good plan. Not a good plan. Those are Z9s. And they're on the other side of the fence somehow. So that's not great. I think what we're going to do now is just run back. We're going to take a stab at one here. And then I think we're probably just going to try and make our way up the stairs. And we're going to stab down. And we've got one. One down, billions to go. But unfortunately, we have taken a little bit more damage. We've taken both of them out now. So we're going to rush on over towards this door. And we're going to make sure that these things are dead. Let's put that combat knife down for a moment here. See if we can stop that bleeding. Thankfully, we've been able to do that. There is a dog harness on this one here, and we are now in minimal pain. Unfortunate, unfortunate. So, these doors, we can just bash them down, and that may be what we want to try and do here. But we want to have a proper bash tool to do that, because this has a bash of 4. We can do better than that. So let's just go into our inventory to our garter sheath here, and we're just going to make that S. So we're going to activate S and then put the combat knife away. Then we're just going to try and see if we can smash this chair to pieces. We're looking for a plank. We didn't get one. We've got a short wooden post. It has a bash of 6. I guess that's going to be better than nothing. So let's just search for that post. We're going to wield it, and then we're going to try and see if we can knock down this door. We don't have a huge amount of strength, so this could potentially take quite a while for us to do. Our breath gives out. Wow. And of course, down below, we've just got all this activity. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like something big smashed. I think we're going to try and see if we can take apart this desk here, because if we can, then we should be able to get a plank. That's going to have a higher amount of bash, higher chance for us to actually get through these doors. Yet again, we are out of breath, and the dead zombie Hulk. Zombie Hulk gets dangerously close. So beneath us, we've got a zombie Hulk, and we have a zombie cop in the stairwell. Well, for what seemed like such a promising start, things are getting bad, really bad. Prisoner brute. Oh yeah, there is all manner of bad things down there now. Okay, we've managed to kill some of those things, and there is a zombie Hulk down there. Okay, so the situation is terrible. Terrible, terrifying for our poor lad here. But he's not dead, not yet. It's just very, very bad. For some reason, they have decided not to come up the stairs right now. That's great. If we can prevent them from doing that, it doesn't look like we can drag the desk over the stairs. I'm still going to try. We're going to shift the Glampolitan off. Yeah, ain't no way that's going to happen. So we could potentially try and drag this over just to limit their access to us, but they don't actually seem to be coming up the stairs right now, so that's good. There is a small possibility that the zombie Hulk may have destroyed the stairs, so that kind of leaves us in this really tricky situation where we're kind of trapped. We're kind of trapped right now, and there ain't much that we can do about it. As we can see, more of the catwalk here just get destroyed by the zombie Hulk that is beneath. That is no doubt inside now, because we're seeing a few things on the ground there. Now, I don't know if we actually managed to kill any of the zombie cops that were there. It would be great if that was the case, because then theoretically we'd be able to grab something that was on the ground, bring it up. If it was a firearm, that would be great. Right now, all it would take is for one of them to come up the stairs after us. But they're not right now. They're staying down below, just struggling over one another. And our heart is beating fast. So, I think we're just going to try and carry on. Carry on trying to break things as best we can. With a bash of 4, we are going to struggle to do that. So, we are going to give this post the best shot we can and make some more noise, because that's a smart plan. Problem is, with 4 strength, we're going to struggle to break anything anyway. Generally, if it seems like it's unlikely that we're actually going to be able to break something, it will tell us, it will advise us that we don't seem to be doing any damage to something. And sometimes we want to go for forced unarmed as a fighting style, because that can give us just that little bit more damage. We're bringing our knee down on the desk, attempting to smash it, and failing badly. Oh my gosh, we did it. Now, did we get any planks out of that? We did. Now, let's hope the plank is actually going to do a little bit more bash, and sure enough, it does 16 bash. What an upgrade. What an upgrade. We're in it to win it. Okay, so with this plank in hand, we are good for a little bit longer. Now, planks can be very useful because they can be put over gaps potentially, and they can save our life that way. Look at that, we're being followed. We've got this nice big gang just trailing along here. Okay, alright, so see if we can get into this damn tower. Oh, we can, but we do have a friend that's on the other side. So what we're going to have to do here is drop this plank. We're going to activate the sheath, and we are just going to have to try and fight this thing. It would have been great doing this fresh, not while our torso was nearly completely destroyed. So as soon as this is destroyed, this door, it's going to take a step towards us. We are going to try and strike it, and then we're going to immediately try to run backwards. So we just need to time this perfectly. Alright, there it goes. It takes a step in towards us. We miss. We take a run back. We want to make sure that we've got at least one square between us. We hit. It was a critical. We do 1 damage. That's not good. We strike again, but we do no damage. This is a tough prisoner here. Let's back up a little bit further. This is going to slow them down a little bit when they move onto it. It will slow us down less because parkour. But, yeah, honestly, I wonder if us moving along that is going to be smart. Then again, I feel like it might just try and throw us off the edge. We are not doing any damage to this whatsoever, so the pain is distracting us. We may be just done for here. It's grabbing us now. We managed to break that grab. Alternatively, we could just try and run through there, but then we are going to be cornered. We're going to have no escape, and we don't want to be in that situation. I just can't believe we're doing no damage with the knife. I know we've got 4 strength, but I guess I'm just surprised. It is a tough prisoner, so they're going to be a little bit harder to kill, but even so, it's just kind of wild. Usually we're missing, but we're hitting and doing no damage. Is this a prop knife? No. It has a PS of 26, so we would imagine that it would be able to do enough here, but alas, no. That trip on the stairs may have done us in. Yeah. For real, I'm thinking that trying to run around him is the only other option for us right now. And the way that we're going to do it, we're going to get a bit of distance here. He fell. He fell. You couldn't script that. Okay, I was debating running back as far as we could and then just trying to sprint around him, hoping he wouldn't try and throw us off the edge. That is wild. Okay, so we do have some ammunition here. Okay, we've got an M16 auto rifle. That is something. That is not going to kill all of them beneath us. Yeah, but we've got magazines as well. Hot friggin' damn. Laptop computer, that's useful. We've got some SD cards there as well. Being able to carry more of the stuff would be fantastic. Can we wear the rifle? We cannot. Okay. What's the bash like on that rifle, just out of curiosity? It's 12, so it's pretty good. Still, I think we are going to use the plank first of all, and we are going to bash down this door as quickly as we can. There we go. And let's try and see if we can first of all just take the... Actually, we don't need that ammunition. We just need the magazines. Can we take both of them? We can. Okay, that's kind of useful. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to go all the way over here. We are going to just destroy this door, and then we're going to go back and get that rifle. How are you still alive, my friend? How are you still alive? All right, that's destroyed. Let's drop that plank. Let's go back and get our rifle. There we go. Okay, so we probably want to put a fresh magazine in there, or at the very least, no, we want to reload, because those are just 10 round magazines, whereas this is a 30 round one. So we'll unload both of those magazines, we'll take the ammunition from them, and then let's just go and reload this. Just trying to ignore the massive amount of dead beneath us that are just congregated around us right now. Look at all of that. We don't see the zombie Hulk though, so that's a good sign. They haven't actually gotten in down the bottom here yet. We could potentially just have a little peek, just a little peek down the bottom. Not worth it. There's nothing really going on there, and they just destroyed the walkway. So next building, what have we got here? Also, let's be sure to look down below and just see what we got going on, because if we see a boat, we're out of here. We are out of here. Right now, there is one zombie cop that is on the other side of the fence and one Z9. Looking at the other side of the island there, we're not seeing much. Hang on, this is really small. As far as island prisons go, this is tiny. I guess there is more off towards the side here that we haven't seen just yet. But yeah, this feels far smaller than I'm used to for these kinds of islands. Excellent. Okay, we have a carbine here. So we could start to try and pick off some. I want to have a look here. Can we see down the stairs? We can see at least there's nothing on the stairs. Z9 is trying to hit... Oh, we do actually have a prisoner down there. Okay. That is a bit of a problem for us, because as we know, we don't seem to be able to do damage with our knife. So I don't really think that's going to be an option for us. There is a possibility that just heads up towards us. We can see the zombie Hulk somewhere. Oh boy, it's on the other side now. So yeah, we've got that to contend with no matter where we go, really. Crap. Okay. Well, look, we're going to get through this next door because we need to. So let's get this plank in hand. And let's get this thing cracked. I do think that we want to be collecting the guns and kind of trying to keep them in one area if we can. So we'll move those across, and we're going to do the same thing with these magazines here as well. And I think we're just going to top off this carbine. And yeah, we could start trying to shoot at them down below. I'm really terrified of them just destroying this ledge again. Because if we're super conservative with our ammunition, we may actually be able to kind of thin the herd just a little bit. We could have a look at doing that. So say for example, if we were to try and take a careful shot here. This is a semi-automatic rifle that we'd be using. Let's try and take a careful shot. Okay, we just straight up killed the Z9. So that's really good. We'll try and do a careful shot there as well. I think what we probably want to be doing more often than not is going for precise aim where possible, ideally. And that's good.
That is good. We like to see that. This one's pretty injured already. Let's go for... Actually, careful aim should be able to do enough here. Let's see. Okay, 45 damage. Badly bleeding torso means that it's probably going to die sooner or later. So we're just going to be popping them as best we can. 40 damage. Ideally, what we want is arterial bleeding, but honestly, just starting off with a bullet to get them to start to lose a little bit of health will help us out here. And honestly, anything we do here will increase the success chances of future survivors, should we not make it here. But, you know, I'm holding out hope that Cleveland is going to pull through. We got a 44 here. Okay, that's pretty good. Bleeding torso and downed. So they are they're slowly starting to get injured here as we continue to fire at them, and that was a good hit. We do have some skill with marksmanship in general. I don't think that is with rifles. We have to be careful as well. Some angles aren't going to work for us. When we see those yellow squares, we want to avoid actually shooting them. And that does mean as they move around, there's a possibility that some of those shots could end up getting blocked. Especially when we start shooting a little bit further away. Ideally, what we want to be doing here is just firing directly down on those. So like that zombie cop, for example, we cannot get them. The angle just is not right. So we could let them bleed just a little bit more. We'll go for this Z9 because it's nice and close. Okay, that's another one down. This feels so good. You could do this all day. That's our killer drive coming into effect, and unfortunately, the floor over there did collapse, which means that the zombie Hulk is probably down there. Right, heavy bleeding, bad bleeding. All pretty good, really. Looking a little bit further away, I feel like we could maybe take a careful shot at that prisoner. Okay, we hit them in the leg there, and more of our platform has been destroyed. Okay, 36 damage on that prisoner brute there, and the bodies continue to pile up around us. I think we're probably going to have to just start moving. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the rifles. Unfortunately, yeah, none of these can be slung over our shoulder. So we're just going to have to keep on moving. We can already hear some of them dying, which that's great, but we're going to get to the other side here. Decimate. Okay, we managed to kill 10 of them, so another one died. That's really, really good news. We will kill a few here, and then we're going to go back for more. So we're going to the edge here. Bleeding torso, we will definitely need to do more than just that. Okay, so he managed to hit them in the head. Okay, nice. Minor bleeding, so they're going to need another shot. We'll go for a careful shot. Excellent. It feels right as we take them down. We've got another prisoner on this side here. I'd like to try and take a precise shot if we can. Okay, and let's also just take a look at this side of the island because that looks like a dock. It is, but we don't see any boats there. That's a helipad as well. Okay, no boats. Right, this is fine. Okay, so precise on you is not going to work, but we've got more of them dying. That's really, really good to see. All right, we'll take our shot here. Bang, but no effect. And I think it's because they just kind of wandered out of where we were actually going to be able to hit them. Okay, we hear crack. I don't think the shot actually got off. There we go. Once more of them are here and they're having a little bit more trouble moving around a lot, it will be far easier for us to actually land these shots because right now they can move around a lot, so they are going to be a little bit more difficult to hit. Okay, so this chamber is empty, unfortunately, so we're going to have to go and drop this weapon on the ground. We're going to be making our way back. I think I want to try and grab the plank first. What are we seeing down there, just out of curiosity? Big lad. And we can see a few of the ones that we have actually managed to kill, which that's good. So we do have some more carbine rounds here. You know what? We could just try and haul this stuff. It is going to take us a little bit to be able to do that, and unfortunately we're going to have to just try and ignore seeing more prisoners as they appear here, but we'll manage to get this to the other side. Okay, we have nearly made it over here. Good. Right, so we're going to go pick up the carbine once again, and let's go and reload that. Putting a new magazine into there. We're going to make sure that we stop hauling those items. Okay, so let's see. Is this the best position for us to be in? I hope so. We're going to take a shot down. Nice. Critical, 55 damage. Wonderful. We love to see that. Take our shot there. Unfortunately, I think they shifted to a point where we weren't actually going to be able to hit them. Let's go precise, 40 damage, really nice. Heavy arterial means that they are as good as dead. All right, same deal here as well on that zombie cop. Wonderful. Okay, so we'll line up our shot here, go for precise, and a safe way to do this is just to kind of like take your time aiming at them before you actually do strike. So we know that we should be safe to take this shot now. Sure enough, we are. 41 damage. Okay, all pretty good. But we can see that some of the angles don't really work for us, so we can just move. If we move slightly, we should have the ability to hit others that we weren't able to before. So we can get you over there, we can get you as well, but it does get a little bit hard to get some of them the further away they are from us. Alright, that's pretty good though, 32 damage. Nice. Looks like we might be able to get this one on the other side. They're downed currently, so let's just steady up. There we go, 42 damage. Bleeding torso, that's not quite enough to do it, so we'll try and steady up a little bit more as we hear another crack. Alright, 31, and they are as good as dead. This little group here is looking littler. We definitely are starting to get these numbers down, but I think they might also just be kind of like filtering out through here. It's tricky to know because, yeah, these bars are very difficult to break. The only thing that's really going to be able to do that is the zombie Hulk, and right now we do not know where that is. We can assume that it's around here somewhere, we just don't know where. Minor bleeding isn't going to be enough to do this, so we need another shot here. So let's get shooting. And yeah, even though we might be able to change the firing mode on some of these rifles, it really isn't worth us doing. The best use for them right now is just trying to slowly pick off as many as we possibly can, because we kind of have the bullets to do it, really. 31 damage, we're hearing more death, and in general, I think our mood is probably going to be pretty good right now. Let's just try and see if we can have a look at that. I mean, yeah, our morale... The pain is making it hard, and we're actually really quite cold up here as well. But, you know, we've been killing, and that makes us happy, you know? It's the little things. It's the little things in life. So we're just going through everyone that's here. We're trying to see if we can get angles to hit some of them. We really need to start trying to get the ones that are a little bit further away from us here. So let's try and see if we can get you. We can, 43 damage as we hear another one pass away. Excellent, 32 on you. So they're all pretty damaged. Not you though, but you are now. Okay, that tough prisoner at the back there, we're gonna need to try and hit them. Excellent. It brings a smile to our face as they die. Now this one just kind of appeared, so that leads me to believe that they may have fallen or they may have just bashed out of a window, potentially. Alright, we've got one more carbine magazine here before we... Actually, let's just go and reload one of those magazines with the loose ammunition that's on the ground. Okay, that's good. And let's just have a look on either side here. They've all taken a bit of damage. Moving to the edge here. You're fresh, but we cannot really strike you, can we? We can get you, though. Excellent, but minor bleeding ain't gonna cut it, so let's get some more of that. Heavy bleeding is good. You need a bullet. So what was looking incredibly dire is looking better. We are by no means out of this terrible situation yet, but it's certainly looking better for us, because there is a strong chance that we're going to be able to find ammunition on some of these bodies here. We just need to get into a position in which we are actually going to be able to loot those. Let's move along a little bit further here. I really want to try and get a shot on this one here if we can, and we got one as they start to chip through the fences here. Let's go for the dead that are on the other side if we can, so we'll try and go for a shot on you. They're going to be moving around a lot more, trying to get to us. Heavy arterial means that is going to die real soon, like. Excellent. I think they're both, yeah, they're going to be dead. You, though, you just need a single bullet. That's enough to do it. And you need a proper, decent aim to be able to get you. Unfortunately, though, we missed because you moved back. Okay, let's move back across this way here. I think they're all going to bleed out. You... I'm less sure about. Let's just go for regular aim. Regular aim is enough to do it. Sometimes that is all that you need. You really want to go for precise strikes on ones that are like on much more health. But it's much more important that we just hit that one, right? So we just go for regular aim. Same with this one here, regular aim. It means that we aren't spending as much time trying to line up that shot. Heavy bleeding, that one's going to die soon. We could probably do regular aim on the Z9, just because they aren't going to have as much health. So generally, we're going to be able to kill them pretty quickly. Do the same thing over here as well. That one moved out of the way, unfortunately. Alright, regular aim on you, and it seems like we're probably going to be able to get away with regular aim on most of them as they start to make their way around here. Hey, there's the zombie Hulk. That is the one that we need to die more than anything. We managed to hit that in the head there, and as you can see, we're really not doing too much damage to it, but I mean, hey, we are still damaging it. That's the main thing. We haven't got it bleeding yet, but damn. It has just left our field of view. Okay, let's go for that prisoner instead then. And the carbine is empty. So swapping onto our final magazine for that. We still have an additional 5 rounds of ammunition though. So that's just this rifle alone. We still have the other one that we should be able to make use of. Okay, we're going to move along slightly. I really hope that the zombie Hulk pops its head back out and wants to play. We will see though. Let's go for that Z9 up here. We don't really have... Oh no, that's a good angle. Let's go for that. Wonderful. Okay, Cleveland, I am impressed, my friend. Yeah, I think they're all going to bleed out eventually. Who's that around the corner? Okay, you're pretty injured as well. You do need a fresh bullet. Okay, that should do it. I think this prisoner is going to need another, and that was a really nice strike, so that was enough to do it. Got a pretty fresh prisoner here as well, and yeah, they're starting to drop off now, which I'm very happy to see. So yeah, we're just going to wait here a little bit longer, letting those turns pass, letting them bleed out just that little bit more until we see fresh ones appear, or, you know, semi-fresh. Minor bleeding means that it's probably not going to die unless we give it another bullet. And this one, we're just going to put it down. Okay, so I think at this stage, it's only a few more of them that are left, and of course, the zombie Hulk, which when that does appear, we really want to be taking strikes at it. So there it is. We're just going to be going for regular aim strikes because it's so big. I think it is easier for us to hit. I say that, I can't be 100% sure that that is the case, but man, yeah, it moves so quickly that we don't really have time to steady up all that much. So we can see our current aim. We can just take blind shots like that. It's not the smartest idea. If we can kind of predict where we think it's going to show up, then we can steady up in that direction. And we've got others that have just shown up here now as well that are fresh. They are going to bleed out eventually though. We've got 8 bullets left at this stage, so we're gonna track their health and just see how they do. That's one of them dead. That's good. I'm just going to move a little bit further away. Okay, zombie cop. Bad bleeding, so it should die eventually. The zombie Hulk, I really want that to show itself. Okay, it has, but it's so much further away, and it's only going to be there just for a little bit. Okay, this aim though, I'm liking it. Wait, what? The flying projectile damages the corpse of the tough prisoner. So I guess we missed, or... yeah, I think it just darted back in at the last second. Bastard. Absolute bastard. Okay. Alright, what I think I'm going to do here is just top off this magazine. We've spotted that zombie Hulk again. Thankfully, it hasn't destroyed any more of this. What we could do, kind of while we're waiting here, is grab the plank and try and get into this next room here, just to see what we've got going on. We'll leave the plank alone for now. We'll pick back up the carbine. Okay, someone else has died. Scissors. Useful. Very, very useful for us to have. Battery chargers, yeah. I mean, the laptop computers can be useful. The encrypted SD cards can have recipes on them that we can use the laptops to discover what they are. We can also use the laptops for light, which is really useful late, at night. Right now, we're not in any condition to try and desperately swim as fast as we can over towards this cabin. There is a possibility that you can do it and just avoid the sharks and the other dead that would try and chase you down before you even got to the water, but yeah. We're going to go back over this way for now because I want to try and see if there are any others that are still alive over this side. What we might be able to do, and this could be really, really ballsy of us, is actually just poke our head down. We're not immediately having our head torn off. Okay, oh boy. So we can see that there are still quite a few of them over this way here. We can't see the zombie Hulk right now. What I want to try and do is get over towards where these bodies are. I want to try and see if we can grab anything from the dead that are here. Obviously, they're going to start to charge on over towards us. Let's see here. Tough prisoner, Z9s. These are not useful corpses. They're all, no, not useful at all. What could be really nasty for us to do here is if we can get into a position in which they're on the other side of the fence, we can just shoot them. We can just shoot them and they won't think to come down here to try and get to us. At least that's my hope. Is this reinforced glass? It says that it is. So it should be. Now, I am a little nervous with the prisoner brute because, I mean, hey, there is a chance that it could smash through the bars here. I don't think that it is capable of doing that, though. All we need is a semi-decent shot here on them. Okay, we got it. 40 damage. Z9, let's just go for a careful aimed shot. That's good. Prisoner, where are you going? You're just going to stay right there. That's good. So the dead are starting to migrate on over towards us, towards the fence, which... we're okay with this. This is what we'd like to see. We've got 8 rounds left before we are going to have to go back up though, so we do need to be a little wary. We've got 2 more left here. Okay, how about you get really nice and close? We're going to take a careful shot on you, 49 damage. Heavy bleeding torso means that it's going to bleed out really, really soon. And we can see that, yeah, it is not smart enough. It is a zombie, after all. It's not thinking to go down here to try and get to us, so... yeah, that's good. That's really good. That, however, is the zombie Hulk. That is the big problem. And that, I think we're going to have to start to try and move away from now. Let's have a look. I want to try and see if we can get a few shots off before it reaches us. Jeez, that just kind of terrified me, honestly. Yeah, I thought that might hit the pillar. Okay, that sucks. It doesn't actually know where we are yet. It's trying to hit, it was hitting the fence briefly there. Oh, and it just destroyed it. It destroyed it near instantly. That is the power of this creature. And we do not want this hitting us. But at the same time, we have the opportunity. Okay, that was the opportunity. That's what we got. We're gonna run now as fast as we possibly can. And honestly, we're going to yell over this side here. I want it away from those stairs. And now this rifle here, that is all we got. That is all we got right now. So let's go pick this thing up. I don't know how it's going to perform. We haven't used it. It's an M16 though, so it's going to be decent. And I do believe the M16, we can change the fire mode as well to automatic if we need to, but we really still want to be as conservative as we can with these bullets here. So we can still see that there are some prisoners around. Okay, so let's have a look down towards that one there. It is a Z9. It is pretty injured, so all we need to do is get it over here, and then we take our shot at it. It's still a little tricky. Let's get our breath back before anything else. I'm kind of tempted to have a look down the stairs if we can. I'm not seeing anything on it. The doors are closed still. No, they're not. All right, well, maybe they are, but there's a freaking prisoner down below. Okay, that is a problem. If we had the strength, we could just stab it to death with our knife, but we don't have the strength. So, we're just going to go and yell over here again. We're not going to step off that ledge. That is not something that we're going to do right now. I can't really get that one away from the rocks. It's kind of trapped there. Ooh, I wonder what the... can we read that from here? Let's see what we've got. Dufresne was here. Movie reference. And you know what? Yeah, I think it's worth us exploring the outer edges of the island. We'll do that eventually. We can see that there's a lot of dead fish around here. That's food, if we can get to it, but obviously something has killed those things. Yeah. Alright, we can see the zombie Hulk again. Let's try and see where that is. Okay, so zombie Hulk. Right, it is down on that side, on the other side of the fence right now. Okay, so let's hope that we can have it in our sight long enough to take a shot at it, because right now, this is our biggest threat. If we can take this thing down, then that just opens the doors for us. Ooh. Okay, we actually have a shot now. And that's a decent shot. 51 damage. This is a powerful rifle. It's a really decent ammunition that we're using. Ears are ringing as it just pounding at this pillar, trying to get to us, trying to get to Cleveland. But Cleveland fires and misses. It goes out of his sight, but then it's back again. Regular aim shot, and it's just, oh boy. It could knock the floor out at any moment. This thing is nearly dead though. Come on. Fire. It's not dead still, but we know it's down there somewhere. Where though is the question. We hear glass shattering. Okay. Is the zombie Hulk dead? We can see it. Stop aiming? Yes. It's right beneath us, right? Okay. Regular aimed shot? We don't have the time to do it. It disappears. But it reappears yet again. I think we just need to try and just fire now. And it works. The bullet tears down through the zombie Hulk's head, and it is dead. And so is that other prisoner. We have 24 rounds of ammunition still in this rifle. The zombie Hulk is dead. Cleveland is alive, but only just. He's in severe pain, his torso is incredibly injured, he is cold, but our undercover assassin here is somehow still alive. We managed to make it through our first episode on the island prison here without having a survivor die, which is no small feat. Now, we could have been far more cautious in some parts here. I did make some mistakes early on, but learning how to negate those mistakes and adapt from them, those are some of the important skills that we can learn in Cataclysm. And also the power of firearms against the dead. We have a long way to go if we actually want to survive this scenario. And so, I ask you all, if you have enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rykon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.